A networking get-together for IT specialists and cybersecurity experts here in Washington. Talk invariably turns to the latest cyber attacks. Recently, criminals broke into the computer systems of several major American retailers and stole credit card information of millions of customers.
You just have to read the newspaper every day. There's going to be a story about a breach. Sometimes these breaches happen accidentally, but more often than not, it's because of some malicious actor getting into your network, getting into your system, and compromising our identities, our personal information, our financial information. So it's very serious, and it's a pernicious problem that's very hard to stop.
George Schu advises newly established companies on how to protect their computer systems. He says employee mistakes can expose company data to theft.
The insider threat can be, a good person doing something not maliciously, but let's say stupidly, in that he or she causes a breach to happen by misusing the data, taking a laptop home and leaving it for somebody else to access the hard drive. That's the way a lot of breaches happen. So the insider threat is a big part of the problem. And then there's the outside threat, right? The malicious hacker, whether it's an individual actor or a state-sponsored hack, it's all around us, and it's very pernicious.
Paul Innella runs a company that advises government agencies and companies on protecting their digital data. He says the first thing every organization needs is a clear cybersecurity policy.
Security awareness programs are essential. The attacks that are in the news, since we spoke of them earlier, most of them come from employee mistakes, from what are known as spear phishing attacks, where an employee will click on a link, and what they are inadvertently doing is downloading what they call a bot. And that bot then will work to take control of the employee's system. And then it will work to take control of the next employee's system, and so on and so forth. So a lot of it is what we call social engineering. I'll pretend to have an email address that is germane to your organization. You'll think it's coming from a colleague, but you'll miss that one letter is different, for example.
Innella says ordinary people who use their computers to search the internet and send emails can also take steps to protect their personal data.
There's some really easy things that the end consumer can do to mitigate 85-90% of the risk. One is use complex passwords, and the other one is to change those passwords frequently. And most people don't like doing that because they want a 4 to 6 digit password that they can remember, and they use it for every bank account and for every credit card purchase, etc. But there are a lot of free and really reliable tools that you can download that you can store multiple passwords. You don't have to remember them, and they stay encrypted on your hard drive. That's really one of the funny enough, one of the easiest things, and we've heard it for the last 20 years, but people still don't do it. And another one is patching. So on all of the operating systems, making sure that the operating system itself updates automatically. Because when you have outdated software, everybody who knows how to break into a system knows the vulnerabilities of that software. So each of the new updates mitigates through technology the risk of being infiltrated. And those two things alone will help a lot.
And then there is the issue of how much personal information to put up on social media. There have been documented cases in America where thieves monitored Facebook accounts and burglarized homes when their owners put up posts indicating they were on vacation.
I think particularly the younger generations are putting way too much personal information in social media, and although they think it's private, it really isn't. It takes one good hack to expose it to the world.
Cybersecurity experts say don't assume data security is not your problem. With some simple steps, you can reduce the risk of having your financial or other information stolen. Experts say personal data has never been at greater risk, but there's a lot you can do to protect yourself. Pay attention to the advice of cybersecurity experts. Keep your software updated and never click on attachments or links in suspicious emails. For Up to Date, this is Burton Bolag in Washington.